What's up guys, Luke Del Priori back here with another video, and today we are talking about some very common sales objections that you are going to get, whether it's outbound, so you're trying to sell something over the phone and you get this objection. Maybe you're selling inbound, you're on a Zoom call and you get this objection. It's the objection of, listen, we're good where we're at. Listen, we're happy with where we're at with everything. We're not looking to do this at this moment. Hey, listen, we're content with where we're at. Guys, this is a super common objection that's going to pop up, but why? Why does this objection pop up? I'm content with where I'm at. I'm happy with where I'm at. You did not do a good enough job of building a gap. Guys, here's exactly what I mean. We're good where we're at. We're happy where we're at. We're content where we're at. Let's be real. Let's say we sell marketing to dentists and the goal is to get dentists more new patients. Would they have taken the sales call if they didn't want more new patients? Probably not. If they literally had no interest, they probably wouldn't have taken the call. Now, that's if you get the objection inbound. So if you get the objection inbound on a Zoom and they're like, hey, we're good with where we're at, then it's like, hold on, are they really good with where they're at? Did I not build a big enough gap? Probably. Let me explain. Let's say I'm on a Zoom meeting. I go through my presentation. Do you want to give it a shot? Hey, listen, Luke, we're good where we're at. I'm not really interested. This is in the situation of inbound. So inbound sale with the dentist. I pitch this dentist on the service. So doc, do you want to give it a shot? Hey, listen, Luke, I think we're good where we're at. I think we're happy. You did not build a gap. Early on in the call, I should have been asking, listen, how many patients are you doing per month at the moment? Oh, right now I'm doing about 50. Got it. What's the goal? How many do you want to get to? You would have figured that out early. Oh, you know, right now we're at 50. We're not really trying to do too many more. Maybe we want 55, even if it's a 5-patient gap. Maybe they're at 50, but they want 50 better new patients. They want 50 patients that come pay in full. Maybe they're at 50 patients, but maybe those are 50 cavity patients. Maybe they want more general dentistry. Who knows? You need to ask these questions early to figure out the gap. If you don't figure out the freaking gap, how can you ever close a sale? You cannot close a sale without a gap. So if there's no gap, there is no sale to be made because there's no pain. Imagine this is the prospect, okay? And this guy wants to go from 50 patients per month to 100. There's a gap there. That's 50 more patients that this dude wants to add into his calendar, okay, or onto his schedule, whatever we want to say. That's 50 more people. That's us bridging the gap. That's us saying, okay, there's a gap there. But if you can't establish that, then of course you're going to get the objection of we're good with where we're at. Because of course they're good where we're at, because 50 to 100, if there's no gap, there's no gap. If there's a gap, there's a gap. Here's another one. Let's say you build the gap. They're like, yeah, right now we get about 50, we want to go to 100. Then you run through the presentation, then they say, we're good where we're at. You can say, got it, doc. For you, is it more price or is it more product? That's when you can then close the sale that way, because now they're going to be thinking, you know what, Luke, we're good where we're at because that's a lot of money to spend on marketing. You see what I mean here? You need to figure out what that deeper objection is, because we're good where we're at doesn't really make sense. A funny way that I like to handle this objection, gets people to loosen up a little bit, is you can say, listen, this is not a necessity. The only thing that's necessary is food, shelter, and water. So you do not need this. So I understand you're saying you're good where we're at, but running a better business is always something that most business owners are looking to do. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, of course. And here's the thing. We do this for Dr. So-and-so and Dr. So-and-so because it's getting them results and we're getting them more new patients. And my only goal was to show you what this would be worth for 30 days. So if you want to give it a shot, I want to show you what it's worth and I want to show you what I'm worth. That's how you can try to close the sale that way. Now, like I said, inbound situation, you try to close the sale. Most of you guys have a script where you just freaking ramble. Yeah, this is what we do. This is why we're the best. This is why we're so good. This is how we get it done. Blah, 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 blah. You want to give it a shot? Well, you never even figured out this guy's pain. What if he said, I don't even want more patients. I want to close my freaking business down. Think about it. You did not figure out what that person's pain point was. You have to figure that out on the Q&A section of the call, earlier on the call. We're going to have more videos about that. Now, let's take a look here. We're good with where we're at over the phone. Let's say I make a cold call and I'm now cold calling. I'm dialing my phone. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, doc, what's going on? You go through your pitch and they just say, hey, listen, we're good with where we're at. How do you handle the objection of, listen, nah, Luke, we're good with where we're at? What do you say when that objection pops up? So let's say I'm trying to set up a Zoom meeting and I get the objection of, yeah, I'm not interested, we're good with where we're at. You're gonna say, listen, I did an audit on everything that you're doing right now. I know you're saying you're good with where you're at. And listen, don't get me wrong, I know your business is successful. I know you guys are absolutely killing it, but there's just a couple little things that I noticed that I really wanted to show you. And I'm not trying to sell you anything just yet. I just wanna introduce myself face to face and show you what we do. Then, if from there you're not interested, it's no harm, no foul, I'll make sure to never bother you again. So I was just looking for the absolute opportunity to get 10 to 15 15 minutes of your time on a Zoom. So if you're open to that, that's why I wanted to give you a call. Would you be open to that, Doc? That's how I would handle that objection, because here's the thing. Everyone's okay with where they're at, but something needs to stimulate someone to grow. Let me ask you a question. Do you think if these people immediately had more business overnight and they were flooded, they would deny these people from coming in? Fuck no. They would take all the new patients they could. If they had 50 new people just walk through at random, they'd be like, let's go. This is amazing. So you have to figure out, is it a price objection? Did I make them feel uncomfortable? Was I overly salesy on the call? We're good with where we're at is another, and we speak about these all the time, smoke screen. If people are saying we're good with where we're at, they don't think you could actually get the job done. If every person you called and every person you did a Zoom meeting with really believed that you could make them more money, don't you think they would sign up every single time? Wouldn't you have a 100% success rate on the phone and on Zoom if every person thought you could actually make them money? Guys, if there was a channel to make more money and to save you more time, we would all take that up. That's just human nature because it makes our lives better. So if they're saying we're good with where we're at over the phone, they might think, I don't like the fact that this guy cold called me. That's when you have to humanize it. Listen, I got nothing to sell right now. I just want to show myself face to face. If I could do that, then you decide what you want to do from there, but I just want the opportunity to show you, right? So that's one way that you could do it. You could humanize it because they might be objecting to the fact that it's a cold call. They might have a fear of cost. Oh, how much does something like this cost? Oh, listen, we're good where we're at. I don't even know how much something like this would cost. Listen, we go into all that on the Zoom. I just want the opportunity, humanize it again, to show myself face to face, share my screen, and show you what we do, right? It's all about humanizing that combo. So we're good with where we're at is a smoke screen. You have to get, again, below the belt, get them to drop their guard down, whether it's over the phone, whether it's on Zoom. This is an objection that you'll get, and it's because you're either not being human enough, you haven't built enough of a gap, or if it's over the phone in specific, your script was probably messed up. So if you're like, yeah, we help doctors get 30 extra new patients in 30 days, would you be open to a quick Zoom to learn more about it? You sound like a freaking teleprompter, right? So you need to make sure that you're saying something in a way that's human. So maybe build a better script. It's all about auditing and getting data for everything that you've done, and then seeing, okay, 100 calls, I booked this many meetings. This many people said, we're good where we're at. How many people was I able to handle the objection with, get through it, and then still book the appointment? Well, if it's 0, then you need to learn how to handle the objection. We are content with where we're at. We are okay with where we're at. No one started a business to not grow it. Remember that. Every business starts at what point? If you didn't grow up freaking rich. 0. Every business starts at 0. And the goal is to get it to more than 0, right? The goal is to get the business into making them big money, fucking millions. So if that's the case, then we have to think, okay, we're good with where we're at. That's not a characteristic trait of an entrepreneur. It's not. So it's a fake objection. It's not real. That's how I would handle it, guys. You're only going to hear that really over the phone or on Zoom if you sell virtually. If it's over the phone, it's probably a trust objection or a fear of cost. But they don't have enough information to know either. So get them on the Zoom. And if it's on a Zoom, you did not build a big enough gap. They're saying we're good with where we're at because there's no actual pain point for the prospect that you've exposed, that you've assessed, that you've singularly called out, and then shown a really good product or solution for that made them feel stupid for saying no. That's how I would handle the objection of we're good with where we're at. Give it a shot, go work.